Okay. Did anybody watch the video that I posted today with Art Williams? Just anybody besides Chastity and Charles? Nobody? Alta did? I can see you. Leslie did. Okay, so for those of you who didn't, I am going to go, I wrote down the points that he made, and I have got them geared towards our business. It was one of the best videos I've ever seen, and I think it had to have been in probably the 60s or 70s because he was talking about beating the crap out of the kids that he coached. So I know it had to have been back in times where paddling was still allowed. He said he had a board with 3 holes in it, and any kid on his football team that said that they can't do something, and one of the other kids heard him, he gave them the board for them to whack them 3 times. I was like, Lord, he'd go under the jail these days, you know. But he said that he couldn't even do a word game where one of the kids would say they can't, because he drilled it into them like that. You know, he made them know that can't was not a word that needed to be in their vocabulary. And I was just like, wow, we could only do that to our kids today, you know. It would just be like, that would be amazing. But before we do that, I want to go over some housekeeping things. First of all, Xyngo boards are due on the 20th, so make sure you post those. And I did a shout out the other day for everybody that I had talked to on my front line that was working, and that was on, I think it was on Saturday. And gosh, the people the ones on my front line were just busting it out. But I did not even recognize Debbie Blauser, who was doing an event at the time that I posted that, and doing she was doing I don't know if it was was it a trade show or something, but she had a booth, and her booth was amazing and absolutely beautiful. But getting the word out there, that's what we have to do in order to grow our business. So congratulations on that, Debbie. Well done. And sorry, I didn't even know you were doing that. I did know, but I had forgotten. So sorry, I didn't even bring that up, but that was fantastic. It was great. So, those of you that work this weekend, I'm so proud of you, because summertime's here and it's hard. It is hard to work when summer is here. It's hard because kids are out of school, you know, it's time for, time to do things, time to go places, you know, it's just, there's so many other things you'd rather be doing, right? But if you can't have any excuses whatsoever. I was camping this weekend, the Edwards were camping right next to us. We worked, you know. Veronica came up to the camper. You figure out a way to make it work wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. And if you do that and make sacrifices every single day, and it doesn't have to be all day long sacrifices, but you can't just put your business on hold because summer is here, or else your business will tank. It will go into the toilet. I'm just telling you, I've been there, I know. Learn from my mistakes. Make sure you're still doing your follow-ups. Make sure you're still adding people to your audience. Make sure you're still putting people on the testimony page, and make sure you're still posting. So I don't know who saw, and you can raise your hand, who saw my, my training from Thursday on living the dream? Anybody? Raise your hand. Debbie, Chastity, Charles, and Leslie. Leslie's hand's still up from the last time, but I know she saw it. So I'm surprised that we have anybody on that training page anymore, that I didn't scare them off, but I didn't say anything that was not truth, y'all. If your points are not where they need to be, you don't need to be blaming your team or looking at your team. You need to be looking at yourself and seeing if you're doing what it takes to get the job done. I have had 2 people message me today, and one of them was not even on my team at all. It was on a sister team, but asking me what I was doing to sign people up. You know what the answer I gave them is? Working my butt off. that's what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I am still following up with everybody. I'm following up with people every single day. Every single day, I am following up with people. And when you put your work into it and go back and follow, and these are people that it's been a year since I've put them into chats. It's old people that I have been talking to. I still, and I've said this before, I follow up with people until they order or until they die. That's the two choices they have for me to stop following up, unless they just completely block my butt, So you have got to, make a decision that you're going to put the work in. And when you do, the rewards will come. With that, I put a challenge out there Thursday that everybody hit manager this month without the assistance of anybody on your downline. Everybody on this team hit manager this month, 2,000 points without the assistance of anyone on their downline. If you do that every single month, can you imagine how huge your team would grow? You know where I started to get to executive? Manager. You know where every platinum executive started? Manager. You know where every ambassador started? Manager. You know where every silver manager started? Manager. Everybody starts at manager. So if you make that a goal to go back and hit manager every single month, that needs to be your goal without the assistance. Let everybody else that's doing stuff just be your gravy. You hit manager every month. So I went back on my points to see like the people that I have signed up, and I have hit manager every single month since last December, every single month by myself. And so I was a little behind this month. So I decided to step it up, which is, why you see all those follow-ups, because that's the only way you get signups. And I haven't got one distributor this month, but I'm going to change that before the end of the month. My goal is from here to the end of the year is to hit manager and sign up one distributor before the end of every single month. So that will be 2,000 points. However, it's a lot easier just getting 5 ultimates, right? 5 blue boxes will get you to manager. It's going to take a lot more if you sign up Ignites, and if you sign up Core Plus Accelerate, and if you sign up Cores, and if you sign up Trim Down Trios. And but if you do 5 ultimates, that gets you there. Is it work? Yep, sure is. But is it impossible? Nope, nothing's impossible if you want it bad enough. You just got to go and push it. And it just, it takes time to get your funnel built. It takes time to keep putting people into your funnel. So that's what my challenge is to this team. I'll put it out to everybody on Living the Dream, but I'm definitely putting it out to this team because I think that's what's going to make a difference to you. If you strive to get those people signed up, and you know what? You could sign up 2 people this month with an ultimate and still get to manager if you get one of them to manager. That'll get you 2,000 points. If you get 2 people signed up with an ultimate, you get both of them to sign up 2 people with an ultimate, that puts you at manager. So I'm just saying there are ways to do it and that would not be any help from anybody on your team from this point forward, That would not be, that's what I'm talking about. You can sign up, sign up 2 people yourself. Help them get their quick start, which will give you an extra $100 in your pocket. Hello? I've got a girl that's one away, and she's going to get her quick start. I'm so excited about that. I've got to find me one more. If I want you to do it, I'm going to do it. So I will get my $100, I don't know where it's going to come from, but it's going to come from somebody. I'm going to help somebody do it. But make it your goal, because I'm telling you, it's like, and I don't remember who said it. I think it was one of the trainers on the Living the Dream. If you want to build your business big, go for Panama. Build your founders club, because that's going to build that's going to build your team like crazy. So put your stuff on your dream board. Put the stuff that you want to do. Make you a vision. Make you a goal by the end of by the end of this next quarter. And if it's Panama, type it out. Figure out how you're going to get there. Because every single person can do it. I believe in you. So I'm going to give you the 10 ways to win at business. That was in my video today. I changed up some stuff so it's not exactly like him, but it's based on exactly what he said today. And it was fantastic. I mean, I was just like, I can't believe I had heard the end part where it says, just do it, just do it, just do it. I heard that part, but I had never heard the beginning of it. Never heard the beginning of it. So I was just like, oh my God, this man is is my love language here. He is like saying everything that I want to say always. So number one is you've got to get excited. And 90+% of winning people over is your attitude. You have got to be excited about what you have because it says nobody wants to follow a negative person. Everyone can stay excited 3 to 4 months about something. Some people can stay excited 3 to 4 years about something, but a winner will stay excited as long as it takes. So fake it till you make it. I'm just telling you, don't put off a negative energy. Don't put off a negative vibe, and be excited about what you have and make people want to be around you, because most of the time they're not buying your product, they're buying you. So get excited. Number 2, you have got to have a dream or a vision. You've got to know what you want. You've got to believe that you can achieve it. So y'all know what's all over my house. I've got it all over my house. It says I am Silver Executive everywhere. It's on my refrigerator. It's on my mirror. It's in my bathroom. It is everywhere in my house because I know what I see and what I speak is what will be. And there is nobody in this world that can tell me that I will not be a Silver Executive. I will be. I don't know how long it's going to take, and I don't care. I will be there. So what is it that you want to be? Where do you want to be? What is your goal? What is your dream? What is your vision? Write it down and speak it over yourself every single day. Pray for it, because you have not because you ask not. Ask for it. Pray for it. And his timing may not be know that it's going to happen. Believe it with everything in you. Number 3. This one says you've got to stand for something. And he said, you tell people like it is. You stand behind your word. You don't sugarcoat the truth. Don't tell somebody that they are going to lose, 100 pounds in 6 months. Don't tell somebody that they're going to lose 12 pounds in 8 days. Don't tell somebody that something is for sure going to happen. Be truthful about it. Everybody's results are different, and you've got to try it. If you don't get what you want, you can return it. But don't tell them something that is a fact and it not be a fact. Stand behind your word. Number 4, you have got to make a total commitment. And I loved the example he did with this one. He said it's just like a marriage. You can't put a toe in, and then if it's not going to work out, just say, I'll forget that. You've got to jump in and make a total commitment. So just like your marriage, you don't like your spouse all of the time, but you ain't going to get divorced just because they leave the cap off the toothpaste. You commit to a marriage, you're committed. Same thing with a business. You've got to commit to it. Don't just put a toe in, and then when something happens that you don't like, or when you don't get as many signups as you want in a month, or when somebody else does something better than you, you're just like, oh, forget that. It's a deal breaker. You've got to keep going even through the tough times. Number 5, treat people good. And I love what he said about this. You need to look at every single person on your team as if they had a sign around their neck that said, make me feel special, make me feel important, make me feel loved, make me feel like I am somebody around their neck. Number 6, make it a priority in your life. With that said, you do it every day. You do it sometime, at some point, every single day. And he said, the way you prioritize is you prioritize God, family, and then your business. So you always have to have the Lord. He's got to be the head of your life. You've got to have time for him. You've got to have time for your family. But you've also, just as you have time for both God and family, you've got to fit time for your business in every single day. Number 7, you need a heart of the champion. You need to have a desire and a will to succeed. And you need to know that you're not going to quit. So he gave an example of 2 people, the same age, the same education, the same demographics, the same gender. One of them makes $50,000 a year. One of them makes $500,000 a year. And you know what the difference in them, in what they make is? One of them gave a little more. That's what it is. One of them put a little more into it. And that's what, when someone asked me, what can I do? You do more. Just do more of the same thing. It's very simple, the formula to make this work, but you have got to put in the work. You have got to not make excuses. You have got to put in the work. And that comes to number 8. You've got to make sacrifices. You've got to give up some things that you like to do. You maybe have to give up going to watching your TV shows. You may have to give up going out on a Friday night. You may have to give up something that you love to do. But what's more important? That's what you've got to realize, what it is that you want, and is it worth the sacrifice? I think what I've done is absolutely worth the sacrifice as to where I'm at, and I'm going to continue to make sacrifices. Number 9, this goes back to another one about having a dream. You've got to believe that you can do it. You've got to believe that anything is impossible. Anything is possible, and you've got to just get out of your own head, get out of your own way. I've told y'all that before. This is your biggest battlefield, right up here. Get out of your own head and believe that you can do it. And number 10, you have to be a leader, and you have to show your team that you're going to do whatever it takes to do it. And quit talking about doing it and just do it. Quit talking about what you're going to do and just do it. Show them what you're going to do instead of tell them. And that was his whole thing in a nutshell. And I'm telling you, go back and watch it, because he told it much better than me. But it was amazing to me. It was so, just spot on as to what I needed, and spot on as to, what I want to portray to y'all, because it does take, it's not just something that's just going to fall out of the heavens and just, without you putting in some effort. And that one thing I've said before too is, God can move mountains, absolutely, but he sure does expect you to pick up a shovel, because he's given you a gift and the ability to do the things in order to get you where you want to go. So does anybody have anything, any questions, anything that they want to say? So who's going to go and hit manager this month? You've still got, 14 days? We got 14 days left. You can hit manager. 2,000 points, that's all you need. 2,000 points between now and the end of the month. I challenge you all to do that. So I see Debbie is going to do it. Chastity's going to do it. Who else is going to do it? Charles is going to do it. Let me see some hands. If your camera isn't on, raise your hand on your screen. However, Leslie's going to do it. Alta, is your hand up? Hey, Alta's going to do it. I don't see, there we go. Nancy and Leslie and Stacy. I don't see Tony and Desiree going to do it yet. I'm not getting off here until they say they're going to do it. You either need to turn your camera on and raise your hand or something. Because I know everybody's ready to go. We waiting on y'all. I'm just saying. Ah, there she goes. Her hand's up. All right. I love y'all. Yes, question.
Why are Xyngo cards due on the 20th?
Whoa, did you not get on the last Zoom meeting when I talked about that?
Probably not.
So you just want to make sure you turn them in on the 20th. You still have until the 30th to complete them, but they need to be turned in for a check-in on the 20th on the board. And I think your cat's name needs to be Zingo.
Do you? I can't decide. Look how precious.
Zingo, that's his name. All right. I hope y'all have a fantastic night. I love y'all very much, and I will talk to you soon.